sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Back in the building. Welcome, welcome, one and all, to the gathering. Welcome, welcome, one and all, to Dating University, the best edition of Dating University. Yeah, I said it. Guess what? It's ManCave. Y'all see it. Y'all love it. Y'all know it. It is what it is, man. It's been too long since we did the last one. So now we going to do this one. Listen, we got some of the best and premier minds on the subject of tonight. But I had to gather these gentlemen from the corners of the earth. I had to call upon Voltron to bring these fellas together.
Avengers Assemble.
I am just so excited to have these brothers here. Listen, when I say brothers, I do mean brothers. I know each and every one of these brothers personally, and I want to say that I love these brothers. Each one of these brothers have come into my life at different times and have imparted to me wisdom, knowledge, support, help. Can we talk about help? As Black men helping each other out? I want to give each and one of you brothers flowers today because, like I said, I love each and every one of y'all. Y'all are the epitome of what I consider as men. You are amazing fathers, amazing partners, amazing friends. And I just want to give, I just want to give y'all flowers. And I salute y'all for real.
Thank you. I got you. Appreciate it. Thank you.
Yes, indeed. All right. So now I got that out of the way. Let me go ahead and introduce these here fellas. Let's see. We got some returning professors, and we also got some fresh faces in the building. Yes, sir. So we got returning Professor D-Bev. What up, boy?
Hey, how you doing?
Good.
Happy Thursday.
All right, happy Thursday. And we also got returning Professor Brian J.
Evening, everyone.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. And bring it to the stage. Yes, brother Mike Brown.
What's going on? Hello, everyone. What's going on? Thanks for having me, brother.
Yes, sir. And last but certainly not least, my brother, my ace, my homeboy, brother Damo, aka the mayor.
Shake hands and I kiss babies.
Salute, my brother.
It's a pleasure being here, man. Thank you for the invite.
Thank you, one and all. Welcome to Dating University. Here at Dating University, we discuss the good, the bad, and the ugly of all things dating and relationships. And tonight's topic, as you can see, my co-host Brittany is not here. She's somewhere in the vicinity of D-Bev. Like I can promise you, if she stuck her head out, she'd be like right there. But she not. No, we don't miss you yet. You okay? You good? But tonight we are closing out National Women's Month. By today, we are talking about for the love of women. We are going to pour into our women today. We are going to give them their flowers, and also, just like I said, man, we're just gonna pour into them. We're just gonna give them, the recognition. I got some questions, and I want you guys to answer, to the best of your ability, honestly and everything. And I felt like this was something that was needed. It was brought to me by Darius. Actually, he hit me up at our last show. It was a little tough. But it was a good show. It was still a good show. But he felt like this was the time to go ahead and bring to light the love. And you know what's crazy, right? And I was talking to Professor Brittany about this earlier today. Yeah, we don't have a month.
That's true. We as in black men?
No,
men in general.
We don't
men
have a
in
month.
general.
We have Men's Health Month, but we don't have a Men's Month. But that's neither here nor there.
We barely have a Father's Day. I mean,
we barely got a Father's Day.
Yeah, Father's Day is so on the back burner, man. You know, I mean, it's sad that unfortunately a lot of deadbeats says what Father's Day is what it is. But I say this to say, we need to make sure that the real fathers, the real dads on that day, get all the flowers. All right, because the whole world celebrate Mother's Day. You ain't got to celebrate. You should celebrate your Mother's Day with your mother. But if you don't, somebody else is. Okay, the whole world celebrates Mother's Day. Right. Father's Day be like another steak on the grill or whatever, or someone get a tie, you know, get a leftover the 2022 card. Happy Father's Day. Damn, man.
I'm gonna get on my soapbox on that, man.
Get on it, son.
I have an issue when Father's Day comes up and women says, "Well, I'm going to celebrate being a father because I'm the father and the mother." That is one of the most idiotic things I've ever heard in my life. Because a woman can never be a man,
right?
And we downplay the impact that we have in children's lives. No, not taking anything away from mothers, but men play an indelible part in raising children, and for people to downsize the effects that we have on youth, young adults, adolescents, whatever the case may be, either be your kids or the kid around the corner. I think it's a slap in the face to men who are taking care of their kids and who are doing what they're supposed to do. Because we don't do that to mothers, they only do that to fathers. And primarily, and I hate to make this a race thing, but black men are the most underappreciated men fathers, because we're not, we haven't produced the things that we were supposed to as far as being men, because so many men have ran away from their responsibilities. Those who do step up, they don't get the accolades that they deserve. So to all the brothers on here who are fathers, not biologically, but possibly in your neighborhood, in your youth, whatever the case may be, how you impact the youth and the young adults in Baltimore City, I salute you, brothers. Seriously.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, shout out to all the fathers, all the coaches, the uncles, the teachers, the gym teachers, you know, that all play a role in kids' life, because, you know, being a father or being a father figure is something that comes in all kinds of forms. And I remember bumping into an old classmate, an old roommate of mine from college. He was a vice principal at the school, and he was telling me just how starved schools was for black men as teachers. You know, and you know, we're always coaches and gym teachers and whatnot, but you know, where's the black math teacher, the black computer science teacher, you know, the black English teacher, the history teacher, you know, that's actually teaching these kids education, you know? And I think I salute those that are there that's doing that job, because it's not many of us. So again, you know, give them the flowers, because they're doing a tremendous job with these kids with low pay at that.
Absolutely. All right, so I got a few questions, and I was curating these questions like all week. I don't know if we're gonna get to all of them, but I really want to start to kind of get into the topic for the evening before we get too far deep. And they're gonna be general questions, and y'all can answer it in whenever order y'all want to. I don't even care. Y'all know how we do. But my very first question, because we're talking about when we're giving the women their flowers and we're talking about the love of our women, what does it mean to you to truly love a woman?
So we talking about my definition of love or what a woman needs?
Ooh.
Because I think it's two different aspects.
Okay.
Oh,
Okay.
I see we going deep tonight.
I ain't even think about that. But
Because, okay, so I was raised by my uncle. I had the privilege of being raised by my uncle. So my uncles instilled in me very, very old school principles. So my idea of love is provision. So I provide. So
Okay.
you know what I mean. I'm not the total breadwinner, but I'm the majority breadwinner. I'll be completely honest with you.
Okay.
So my thought of love is provision, because I'm not giving no random broad, no money.
Right.
I'm not providing for them. I'm not doing the things that I'm going to do for them. So my thought is my provision. But just recently, that's been unraveled because having conversations with my wife, it's more than just provision. There is a deep connection that needs to be had that goes far beyond provision.
Yeah.
Where I thought I showed my love for my wife by buying things and taking care of the bills and doing this, that, and the third. And that's just part of it. There's a totality that needs to be happening that we as men kind of missed the mark on, because we have this bravado of machoism, of I'm doing this, I'm doing that. But sometimes we have to humble ourselves and say, you know what do you do for me?
Oh yeah.
So it's a deeper thing to me, because like I said before, I'm just recently learning that it's more than just what I can buy.
Yes.
What I can do, what I can what I can provide. You know what I mean? Because I'm thinking, shoot, there's gas and electric in the house. I'm putting
the lights is on. The kids is all right. They still fed,
I ain't gonna cuss, but I just
this State University, bro. I don't even know why you're trying. Have you not been?
I just paid this high-class cable bill from Xfinity. I just paid this bill, so I'm thinking that's love. I'm showing you my love, but nah, it's deeper than that. Like, you got it. It's more than just the provision that we are supposed to do. Because I think I got a lot to say, but I'm just gonna say that. That's all. That's it.
All right, Mike. Same question. What does it mean to you to truly love a woman?
I would say it's to see her, to hear her, to understand where she is in life and where she's trying to go, and dedicating yourself to making yourself the best version of you that you can be, so that you can help her to get to where she wants to be. That's truly loving your woman.
Yeah,
Yeah, I like that. B?
Nah, I mean, I agree with both guys. Like you said, like when to truly love her is to be a helpmate to her. Where my pastor said it one time, you shouldn't see where her faults are. You shouldn't see my faults are. It should be a complete circle. There's a routine, not so much a routine, but there's a connection that you shouldn't be able to see it when you just look at it, or you can see it when you're just looking at it. It's love one, like Damon said, you know, you're taught that provision, because you ever notice when men break up, when women say you don't love me, like, yeah, I love you, look at all this stuff I bought you, I love you. But sometimes it goes further than that. You have, like Mike said, you have to know what it is about them, how you can make them better, how you can make yourself a better person for that person. And it's a two-way street. It's a constant loop. It was in one of my wedding, my best man speech. Reason why I ring is circle. It's a constant loop. You feed on each other. That love is just a constant overflow. It's constantly moving, constantly evolving. So yeah.
Darius, my man.
Man, I can only add to what these brothers are saying, man, because they're spot on. And like Damon said, I've had to learn there's more than just provision, more than just providing and whatnot. One thing that me and Britt does is first thing she showed me was to learn each other's love language.
Yes.
Know your partner's love language.
Yes.
You know, you can't love them if you don't know how to love them. That's like buying a stick shift if you don't know how to buy a stick. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, that's job one. You know, you do that and then you improvise on that. And then, like you said, provide. You know, not just provide financially, but, you know, help them with their future and their dreams. You know, knowing that they want to go to places in life and just help them get there. You know, like there's nothing like a woman that can sit here and say, this man helped me get from A to B. You know what I'm saying? And know that you've provided that help, whether it's just emotional support, you know, financial support, or, you know, just being her husband and believing in her, you know, gives her that fuel to do things that she want to do, you know, always want to do in life, you know. And then you guys get to go together because she'll believe in your dreams as well. If you want a woman to be by your side, be by her side. Right. You know, and I came from a single mother household. You know, I learned how to I had to learn how to be a man on my own. But one thing my mom showed me was one thing my mom definitely showed me was to love a woman. My mom loved me a way a mother should love a son. You know, she's always giving me choices. She never forced me to do things that I didn't want to do. You know, of course I had to go to school. You know, we didn't want to go to school and everything. But, you know, my mom has always been honest and open with me. And that allowed me to be honest and open with the ladies that's in my life because it came easy. Britt and my mom has a excellent relationship because my mom is always open, you know, and just she takes you for who you are. So that's how I've always been with the ladies I've been in my life, you know. Sometimes it backfired, you know, sometimes it didn't. And I would say that in my marriage that it definitely enhanced my marriage because Britt knows that her man loves her no matter what.
Right. That was, man, those are some powerful answers, man. And, you know, I will honestly just piggyback on all of that. You know, my main thing was for me, what it means to me to truly love a woman is to just understand her, you know, understand where she's coming from, you know what I'm saying? Because every time we meet somebody and we get into a relationship, we're coming in on the middle of their chapters, you know what I'm saying? So we can't just assume that all of, you know, women are the exact same and they, you know, yeah, everybody kind of wants the, you know, the basics, you know, security, love, respect, honesty, whatever. But, you know, there are certain different things like all of you guys said, you know, that they're required. So, you know, it's great to understand them because, you know, we were just talking about this, like women multiply. You know what I'm saying? Like not only just physically, but just, you know, emotionally and household wise, you know what I'm saying? So it's, you give them that understanding, they're going to give you that understanding in spades, you know? So you don't have to feel like you carrying the whole world on your shoulders by yourself, and you got a safe place to land and not feel like it's going to be weaponized against you.
Facts.
Right.
So my second question, how do you express your love? And I know we touched on it a little bit in each one of y'all answers. But how do you express your love and affection towards the women in your life? I'm gonna start with Brian.
With me, I've learned early that, and I've heard it in church. I heard my dad say, "Love is an action word." So the way I give my love to Sean is what I do. Not so much what I do for her, but just what I do in general. Like sometimes just how you move in certain areas shows your love for your woman. Like if you're in an area where women are coming to you, how you act in that crowd shows your love to your woman. But yeah, you know, it's just like I'm a Sean. I guess I'm Sean's her with, but I like the PDA. Like we're in the mall. I'm hugged up on her, patting her on her, but you know, just doing random stuff like just it's not so much, you know, I like it. Like that's just me expressing how I love you. Like just like, I mean, she makes it easy to love one. So that's it right there. She makes it easy to love. So it's yeah, I just, you know, just constantly, if I'm not telling her, I'm showing her. Have I faltered sometimes? Yeah, you know, there's been some issues where, you know, she had to tell me or remind me, what it is, but yeah, it's always the way it's always in my actions. Well, like Dame said, whether I'm buying her something or just doing little stuff around the house, like I know she's come home late from work, I'm gonna make sure this is right, make sure that is right. And you know, in some world, people may call me a simp, but no, that's how I love my wife. That's how I love my lady. Like you know, like take the day off. Look, I'll do this. I got this. I got that. Like the kid, I was in dad mode 10 minutes in. I told my babe, go sit down, and you know, but yeah, again, it just goes back to being that help me, like just be a constant help, a constant shoulder, a constant backbone for her, right? So yeah.
Mike.
I would say
you love your wife out loud. I love every bit of it.
Man, I think it's important, like I said, to love them how they want to be loved and how they need to be loved. I think it's always changing for us. It depends on where she is and what she needs. We're pretty good about communicating to one another where we are and what we need out of each other. So I just try to be open to listen to what she needs and where she is, so I can give her exactly what she wants without it being a struggle to get it.
That's dope. That's dope. D.
So with me, it's a lot of the little things. You know, like I will this morning, be real with you, when I cook, I don't cook for one person anymore. Every time I cook for the both of us. But you know, like I don't like egg. I can't eat eggs or mayonnaise. But this morning I still cooked some scrambled eggs and cheese for Britt and some sausages and whatnot. So I think it's hilarious that I'm cooking these eggs and whatnot, and I can't even taste some things because you know I can't eat them at all.
Right.
But you know, I feel like, you know, it's taking on responsibilities when you have to at times. Yeah. For example, the very first time this happened was actually the weekend of our wedding. And so y'all don't know, so those that don't know, me and Britt got married during COVID at 2020, October 2020. So this is when COVID's at its height. So we had made our like second or third plan, okay, for our wedding. And the weekend before our wedding comes, and then all of a sudden it's going to rain. All right, like I mean, it was a hurricane that hit New Orleans that was coming our way and was hitting Baltimore the day of our wedding. So I mean, we both were just blown about it. Okay, so I was getting my hair cut, and I called Britt. Me and her was talking about the venue and everything, and she just hung up on me. Like straight, just click. I was like, okay. And I knew in my mind that she been dealing with a whole lot, and she was just done with everything, you know, like she just couldn't take anymore. So I called her mom, I called the venue, I called everybody and said, do not call my wife or do not call my fiance, call me, because my wife has now gotten to that point where she needs to just relax now, you know. And I feel like that was the first challenge of me being a husband. To take the responsibility off of her, you know, and put it directly on me because she needed that space, you know. And yeah, she you know, wedding planning, of course, Charles, you know what's going on with that now. You know, it can be tough, no matter how big or small it is. It's going to be tough. So for us to deal with COVID, you know, the amount of people where it's being done at, because it's supposed to be done outside, we had to move it inside and all that other stuff. And I mean, I know people was calling her left and right, and I was like, look, man, y'all leave my wife alone. Leave her alone. Just call me. You know what I'm saying? And if I can't answer the question, I'll give you an answer. Okay, I will give you an answer by tonight, you know, but just right now, leave her alone. And I think that's the thing that husbands do. You know what I'm saying? So
right. Yeah, shout out to Professor Johnston.
Ain't seen that man in a while though. What's going on?
Yeah, he hit us up like, I get the invite. Not this time. He gonna fight
little brothers. Okay. Little brothers. So.
so
somebody been missing for a little bit.
Let's say so. And I'm sorry, Damo. If you want to add, or you good?
I'm good. I mean, Yeah, I'm good. Because to be completely transparent, I'm still learning how to love her.
Mm,
Um,
mm.
even in the 16 years, because
The
we've
scene is
gone.
that part. It's that part.
You'll always be though.
So, like, in my thought process comes from we both experienced traumatic situations. Um, the loss of her brother and her father, and the loss of my mother.
Mm.
So the way I was loved 7, 8 years ago is different now. The way she needs to be loved 7, 8 years ago is different now.
Yeah.
So
evolving.
to me, it's an ongoing learning process. Because with age comes different desires and different needs. So, you're always learning. I'm always trying to learn her. So again, like the past couple of weeks, I'm learning different things that she needs from me.
Yeah.
So it's just an ever learning process. So
Mm.
Man,
And
hold on, hold on. Damn it, brother, I gotta ask
mhm.
because it's a beautiful thing to hear that you guys have been together. I mean, 16 years. Dude, that is a nice amount of time. Do you feel like your marriage now is different than it was when you first got married?
Absolutely, absolutely. Um, I loved my wife, but the years that we spent together made me fall in love with her.
Mm,
Wow,
mm.
that's beautiful. That
I loved her.
spitting tonight, y'all. Spitting.
I loved her, but the years and the years that
talking about.
we've gone through, the ups and downs. I'm talking about this chick been through the ringer with me. Like, we done got evicted. I done got cars repossessed. Gas and lifted off. Shorty never exposed me, never talked down about me, never said you ain't you a no good nigga and all that type stuff. So, I mean, when I didn't have a car, she would work night shift. So I would work during the day. She would go pick me up from downtown, take me home, go to work night shift, pick me up, take me to work, get some sleep, pick me up, take me home, go to work. So it was like some years. So it's a rarity that you find stuff like that. But I had to learn how to appreciate it. And I'm still learning how to appreciate it.
Man,
So,
that's another level of love and honor and respect. And I love how you are transparent about it, and at the same time you turn around and you multiply for her when your blessing season came in. You turned around and blessed her. You know what I'm saying? Because that's like Bram said earlier, it's a circle. It evolves, it changes, and we got to be able to rock and roll with those changes. So many people are willing to quit the moment shit gets hard. You know what I'm saying? Because it doesn't fit, their idea of what they thought marriage was going to be. Because we all see it. Instagram and everything got us all hyped up on, showing all the good stuff and never, the downfalls and the pitfalls. And honestly, I can honestly say, like, I may not like their relationship, but that Blueface and Krishan, like, they're showing their shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? It may be exaggerated sometimes, but it's like, it's not just, some, fairy tale.
Right.
Because we all know there are ebbs and flows when it comes to relationships. And it's just like, if you have that person that's down for you, you got that woman that got your back, it makes you grind harder if you a real nigga. Like, that's be 100%, because you see your wife hustling and getting to the money and making things happen and all that other stuff. You can't be sitting around just lollygagging and sitting, and riding her coattails. Nah, bro, you got to get out and hustle. like you were saying earlier, like we as men are built for that. Like we have a destiny that was thrust upon us by being born male to go out here and do what we were supposed to do.
I just want to say something real quick. You know, want to throw this out there. And Damien, I really appreciate you telling us that because, you know, relationships, the true fabric of relationships come at hard times when it gets tested.
Yes.
Everybody can be with everyone. Anyone can be with anyone on Page Friday. All right. When things are happy and good and whatnot, anyone can be with anyone. All right. But that true ride or die is going to be there when you on your fucking just bottom, when you at the bottom. All right. She won't hit that bottom with you. You're going to bounce back up together. And like Charles said, like you get a woman that show you that I'm here for you. I got your back, bro. Like there's nothing you can do to make me just run away. Man, I would shake a coconut off a tree for my wife after that, boy. You can't.
Think I
There's
run
nothing I
when I
couldn't do. You know, so I mean, I appreciate that, you know, because that's to me, that's real love. Real love. When it gets tested. When it gets tested for some time. Because I'm pretty sure some time we went through that. You know, and as a man, you had to humble yourself because you know your woman is taking care of you. And I know that's tough. You know, but at the end of the day, I know, brother, I know. Okay. But at the end of the day, she showed you that she got your back, and at the end of the day, you showed her that you appreciated her. And that is the essence of love. That is love right there, man.
Yeah. Mike, what you got, man? Because I know you and Taylor have been married for some years, and you know the moves that y'all made and together to support each other's dreams. Like how did that like shape your relationship?
You talking to me? I couldn't hear you at first.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, Mike. Yeah. So how did I know you and Taylor been together, and like how did and everything that y'all been through, like how did that help shape your relationship?
Honestly, man, I was coming out of a bad marriage when I met Tila, and man, she was my everything that first year. Like I didn't go home for a year. Everything I did was with her. So that kind of laid the foundation for me separating myself from everybody else. So now it's kind of, that's just normal. Like it's just me and her. Everybody else is on the outside. And I encourage people to, if you can, for 6 months to a year, when you get in a serious relationship, to kind of separate yourself from your family and your friends as far as asking for stuff like money or favors, stuff like that. Just depend on each other and see if you really can depend on that person. If you can, keep moving forward. If you can't, then you need to make some adjustments, or maybe that's not the right person. But that's basically how we got to where we are now. It wasn't easy. We still go through stuff, but that foundation makes it easier to keep going.
Yeah. I think the foundation is huge, man. Like you said, like leaning on each other, not just, you know, when things are good, but you know, when things are a little shaky, you know, and I get it, you know, we as men, you know, we're programmed to be providers, and we don't want to show, you know, that we don't got it together. You know, we don't want our women to feel like we don't got it together, but I'm learning. God knows I'm learning, because I have to learn. I'm learning from every one of y'all, because y'all have been there, done that. Me, I'm getting there. I'm getting to that point. Learning to lean, you know what I'm saying, on my fiance. You know, like it's her and I against the problem. It's not just shit. All right, I gotta figure out how I'm gonna swing this, how I'm gonna do this. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, it's like, babe, look, hey, this is what's going on. I don't know where to turn, because you know, our wives, you know, they might have a different viewpoint, and that's the thing about women. Like that's what they're built to be, our helpmate. Like they see different. They see the situation differently. They see people that, you know, ain't good for us, and they peep them deep. You know what I'm saying? They see situations that, you know, that we not even supposed to be in. They peep it deep. They like, hold on. That may not be what it is. They speak life into us in a way that sometimes it's hard to hear.
Oh yeah.
Sometimes it's hard to hear. But
you know, and like Damon said, like, I'm sorry, Carl.
Yeah, I
like
would rather have somebody. I would rather have my partner, my love, my fiance, my wife. I would rather her kick me in the ass than have the rest of the world kick me in the ass.
I like what Damon said earlier, man. He said he's still learning to love his wife. You still want to learn to love your wife. You're not going to be a pro with that. Like, you're going to learn, and you know, you may have a situation come up where, you know, your wife might feel different about something that you guys felt the same about, and you know, you got to learn to adjust. You know what I'm saying? So, bro, none of us are pros. Yeah. You know, I Damien, I fuck with you, bro. Seriously, man. Like, dude, your testimony, man, is it hit me here. That's all I'm gonna say.
Appreciate that, my G.
Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, man.
No, it's all good. It's all good.
Mm-hmm.
So, all right, I'm gonna skip a question because I think it's important to kind of press this point. How do you support and empower the women in your life to reach their own goals and aspirations? Brian, did he freeze up? All right, I'm gonna go to Damo.
Oh, you got that telepause face.
So, I think the main thing is to be a major supporter is just by telling her she can do it. Because sometimes she especially from my wife,
I got kicked out.
She has a lot of creative abilities. And sometimes when she jumps out there, sometimes she doubts herself. So you have to be just that encouraging word behind her. To say, yo, you got it. You know what I mean? Even when sometimes, like, she's in school now, and sometimes she don't feel like, you know, she can do it. And I'm like, do you understand how you've helped me become the person I am? So how are you not that intelligent to finish some classes? Like, come on, yo. Like, let's get it together, man. Like, sometimes you got to kick her in the tail, like, yo, get yourself together, man. Stop doubting yourself. You know what I mean? Like, she's mad creative. Like, it's crazy. Like, whatever her hands touch is crazy. Like, her mind and her creativity and her mind is like nuts. So I'm like, yo, you got gold mines in your fingers. You got to utilize the skills. Like, where she thinks it's just arts and crafts. Nah, you can make $1 off that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So,
exactly.
Yeah. All right, Brian, I don't know if you heard the question, but how do you support and empower the women in your life to reach their own goals and aspirations?
I mean, just piggybacking off what Damon just said, like, just support her in any avenue that she sees herself doing. Like, back to what Damon, Shauna, she's creative as all get out. Like, she turned her little cricket machine hobby into a full-fledged LLC business. Like anything, like Damon said, anything she touched, like, it pops. Like, she's doing a wedding expo Sunday, and it's crazy because when we first met, she wasn't that person. She was an extreme introvert. She everybody knows me. I'm the rah, let's go do it. She wasn't that person. And I'm like, babe, look, you got to step outside your box to be, you know, must be a better person, but this will make you a better person stepping outside your box. Like, in the years we've been together 13 years, been married 8. She's gotten her license, brought her own car. And I'm not saying I had a lot to do with that, but I know when them times when she looked at me, babe, I don't know how to do this. I don't know. Go, just do it. Like Dame said, she pushed me to do the photography. She pushed me to apply for Safe Flight. She pushed me to try to go back to school this year. Like, all this that you're doing for me, just flip it and pour it into yourself. Like, take the same energy you poured into me, and just take the bowl, dump it on yourself. Just pour into you the same way you poured into me. And what's gonna make it even better, as you pour it into yourself, I'm pouring into you with it. Like, so whatever you got, you getting tenfold with me. Like, it's like we like bad boys here. Can't stop, won't stop. We gonna keep going. We gonna keep pushing. Any idea? Wait a minute, Caleb. Any idea? I always say there's no stupid ideas. I don't care. Now, it may not work at this time, but there's no stupid idea. Babe, if it's anything you want to do, I'm 110% behind. I'm not jumping off the big bridge with you, but anything I'm willing
within reason.
Within reason, right? Within reason.
Right.
If she's in school now, she's like, babe, I got school. Listen, if you need time for school, let me know. I'll grab the kids. We'll go to Chuck E. Cheese's. We'll go to McDonald's. We'll get away where it's just you. Right? Like, anything I could do to help you be the better you, I'm 100% for, because I know when she's better, we're better. Like, it's a group effort. Like, it's a group effort. Like, when she gets better, I'm better. And when I'm better, she's better. There's no, my wife did that. No, we did that. Like, we accomplished this. We're doing this. Like, I love like going back to our businesses. I love at how our businesses, with me being a photographer, her doing arts and craft, it circles around each other. It like anything I could take pictures. She'll throw it on a t-shirt. She hates doing t-shirts, but she'll throw it on a t-shirt. But again, it's just that me just pouring. Like, she'll come to me with ideas. I'm like, babe, do it. Let's do a rough draft. I just push her to just always be the better her. Like, I don't care what it is, if it's from doing t-shirts to painting the side of a building. If that's what she wants to do, and I know she's capable of doing that, I'm behind her 100%. I'm pushing for it. If I gotta hold the ladder while she up there, I'm holding that ladder.
Hold that ladder. You better be the best ladder holder ever.
Yo, yeah. I'm gonna wear that ladder. I'm holding hands, sturdy knees.
Yeah, you know.
I'm on that ladder. I plant my flag every time. Anytime somebody asks me about what my wife does, I'm talking her up. Like, I mean, she probably think I'm gonna say this because she listens, but honestly, my wife is the best thing that happened to me. Point blank, period. Charles, you know me in my high school year. You know what kind of guy I was.
Listen, we was out.
Man, listen, any idea my wife is willing to do, I'm 100%. If she want to go paint her car periwinkle purple, I might not let her do that, but I'm 100% behind it.
I'm behind the idea. I'm gonna talk to you about it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, hold on, wait, man.
Yeah.
Let's think about it. Let's think it through. You know, I get it, man. I'm telling you, I'm so loving this conversation, man. Like, I think it's so important that we show women that there are men out here who aren't of the same ilk that that is always blast on these other raggedy ass podcasts that ain't dating university. Yes, cough it, goddammit, cough. But what I'm saying, we gotta let them know, like, because they're in such a cynical space with it. And
I think that comes with maturity, though, yo. Like, really, mature.
Talk on it.
Because let's keep it all 1,000. Like, we were all like that.
Oh yeah, without question. Yeah. We was shit bags. I ain't gonna hold you. I was a shit bag to shore. Okay, I need y'all to understand.
Yeah.
We was all out there. We was all out there outside. We was outside. Like,
oh yeah.
So, like, I think a lot of things come with age and maturity, and learning that everything that glitters ain't gold.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So you can see whatever you see, but is it worth losing what you got?
Yeah.
Right.
So, I mean, to me, it's like, I had to grow up.
Yeah.
Like, I literally had to grow up and like, yo, the little boy games, because that's what it is little boy stuff. When you really don't put your time and effort into somebody, it's like okay, we just having fun, but how much fun you gonna have?
How much
You
fun
gotta
you gonna have?
Yeah, like
Yeah.
You know,
you
we can be in
gotta
the
have something
club
substantial,
every
something.
weekend. You could be at the spot every week. You seeing the same heads every day, every weekend.
Hey, like I said,
Eventually, your name start getting drug around town, Ant-Man, and
Oh boy.
yeah. So I
listen,
mean, like
Yeah.
I think it all comes with maturity. Like I think when you become a certain when you come up that become a certain age, it's like the Bible says. I mean, I hate to bring it, but you know, when I was
bring
Oh
it,
no,
go
bring it
ahead.
up, man.
Bring
Bring it
it,
up.
yeah.
when I was a child, I spake as a child. But when I became
Yes.
a man, I put away childish things.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's like sometimes you just gotta be like, you know what? It's time for me to grow up. I gotta do what I gotta do. So,
Yeah,
And
exactly.
you know, to give y'all a little history on like tonight, you know, like Charles said, me and him discussed about this a couple of weeks ago. And the week of the podcast, no, sorry, the show for the what's it called, Passport Bros.
Mhm.
Me and Britt was looking at content on YouTube, trying to find little content to, you know, go on and whatnot. And let me tell you, man, we saw so much toxicness out here, man.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, just toxic between black men and black women. You know, and it's so sad to see it because
Right.
it's just it doesn't make any sense. You know, I mean, yeah, have black women made me mad in the past? Yes. Okay. Sisters make all of us mad. And we've made them mad in the past. Okay.
Yeah.
Like white men and white women make each other mad in the past and whatnot. But you never see white men sitting there blasting their women. Okay.
No.
We blasting that one on YouTube like we getting paid for it. You got women blasting themselves on YouTube like they're getting paid for it, looking to get shows and whatnot. You know, and I think that it's disgusting because, you know, one of my idols is Barack and Michelle Obama. All right, and you know, forgive me for kind of bringing other people in this, but one of the things that I loved about Barack when he got elected was we saw so many pictures of them, you know, just loving on each other. You know, the way I saw Barack look at Michelle, man, like you cannot tell me that man does not love that woman.
Yeah.
That's
That man was going to
yeah.
bring that chocolate woman from Chicago to the White House, even if it was going to cost him his life. He didn't care because he loved that woman. He loved our country, but he loved that woman more. And that's the thing that I think that a lot of us got to get back to. I mean, it's sad that so many people hate on him. There's so many, you know, Republicans that just hate what he stands for and whatnot. But the thing is, what he stands for is black excellence, black love. And that's the thing that we are really missing now, you know. And, you know, I thank Charles for doing this show because, you know, after the last show, it was some harsh things that needed to be said. But I mean, look, black love, it needs to be celebrated, bro.
Right.
Because let me tell you, man, there are more happy husbands. There are more happy husbands than miserable single men out here. We gotta remember that.
Mm-hmm.
Talk about it.
We're not on Facebook. We're not on YouTube. We're not making harsh videos and whatnot because we go home and we loving our wives.
Right.
So that's why I mean,
That
even
part.
if it's just for one night, we have this conversation, man. I'm just happy that we're having it. You know.
Right. What's your thoughts, Mike?
Man, I mean, I don't know. I mean, with so much going on, I think people have to just focus on what they have going on. We get too focused on what's going on the internet and social media, but for the most part, that's not even really our daily lives. Like you hear people talking about women looking for six-figure guys. Most guys don't make that amount of money, so there's no reason to really have the conversation with that group of people.
And when
I think we just need to focus on our.
They're not looking for. They're not looking for
Right.
you.
You should be focusing on getting there. If you're a man, if you're a woman, that shouldn't necessarily be your focus. But I mean, we all have our goals of what we want in a partner. But 9 times out of 10, you're not gonna get 100% of what you want. Probably about 75 to 80, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
And then you got to work at the rest.
80-20 rule.
Right.
All right. So here's my next question: how do you prioritize and make time for the women in your life while also pursuing your own goals and personal aspirations. Because we got that duality. We got that duality as a man. It's like, I gotta be home, be with the wife, and be with the kids, but I also gotta drive us forward. I also gotta make moves. I got my own things that I like to do, and I can't, continue to, just be always home, because then she's gonna look at me like I'm crazy. Why you always home? You ain't doing nothing. But if I'm always working, if I'm always trying to get this, it's like I'm not home with the kids. But why you always at work? So we got to find that balance. So like, how do you prioritize like making that time for your woman, but still, like I said, still trying to, make room for your own goals and your aspirations? Big.
I got the perfect answer to that. Communication.
Ooh.
Talk to her. Like me and Shauna, we known for playing out our week. We're sitting in bed Sunday night, like, all right, babe, this, that. We got an app called Cozy. And we put everything that we need to do. Now, as far as personally, again, it's just communication. We talk about what plans we want to do, how we want to move this way, how we want to move that way. Like if I'm going out with Anthony and Damon, I'm going to smoke a cigar. I don't tell her an hour before it's time to go. I just, I let her know, like, hey, babe, I might be at work. Anthony texts me like, yo, we're going to fire smoke. All right, let me run it past the wife. They joke me all the time, like, all right, B, make sure you get your permission slips signed. When you come out with us, we don't want no problem. But again, when you communicate, you don't need the permission slip.
How about it?
When you communicate, you don't need the permission slip. So it's not like I get home.
I think that's a huge myth of the permission slip.
Permission slip, yeah.
I think it's a huge myth.
But yeah, to me, like with me and her, it just comes down to communication. Like we always keep an open line of communication, always talking, always understand. As she said, understand and compromise. And like it's never, oh, I'm doing this, and then you do whatever you want. It's always like it's give and take. It's with anything. It's a give and take. It's a give and take. It's a give and go. Sometimes it could be a game of tug of war. Sometimes it's a little tough on each end, but again, just when you sometimes just sitting there and just talking it out, that's all it needs. That's all it needs to happen. All it needs to happen. I'm big on communication.
You had a thought. You look like you had a thought, Damo.
No, I think it's just intentionality. You have to be intentional, and that's what I'm learning. That's what we're both learning with each other now, because we can get so engulfed in other things outside of our marriage that we lose ourselves, and that's where we're at now. So it's really weird that you asked me to be on here, because we're actually trying to bring intentionality back. So we're intentional. We go out, hey, let's do this, let's do that, let's do this, because we got so involved in our child's life and all the stuff that's going on in her life that we forgot each other. Because kids these days are on a different mindset. So, like, to be a parent these days and times, I commend everybody. I've turned into an alcoholic so many times, but at the same token, I have to learn that we have to be intentional with each other. So, you know what I mean? Like, I got my me time. I ain't gonna stunt. I have my me time, but then there has to be we time.
Absolutely.
It's like, all right, what we gonna do?
Yeah.
Where we gonna go? You know what I mean? And I had to learn that. I'll be completely transparent. I had to learn that. That we have to develop we time. Because sometimes I didn't want to be in the house, but she was in the house.
Yeah. And
sometimes it drove a separation until I had to understand that. Like, yo, you gotta take your wife out. Like, go get some ice cream or something.
Listen, I'm trying to give them the game. Like, look, hey, you take care of him. Yeah, man, they gonna be like, all right, go, bye. I'm good. I'm satisfied. Hey, have fun. See you later. I'm gonna go, go do something. You know what I'm saying? Mike, how do you do? Because I know a lot of your stuff kind of intertwines with Tila and vice versa.
Not really.
Oh, okay.
Not really. It may look that way, but it's just because I try to be considerate of what she likes and what she's into because I kind of figured out my own plan. I work from home, so most days I'm free to do what I really want to do during the day. So most of my time when I get off can be committed to things that we want to do or she wants to do, so she gets her time. So that's why I was saying before, like each couple needs to just, like he said, be intentional, come up with a plan, stick to that plan, and just make it work for you, because your relationship won't work like anybody else's.
Darius?
So, thing about Brittany is that she has a lot going on with her, and unfortunately, we haven't been blessed with kids yet, so it's kind of easy to split time apart. But one thing about me is I'm an introvert extrovert. All right, I'm smack in the middle. So if Britt's out with the girls, I don't have to be out with the fellas. I can be in the home chilling, watching the game. Sometimes I just want to be with myself, and she understands that as well. Like if I go down to the basement, and I'm on the station, whatever. If I'm playing with the fellas, or if I'm just playing by myself, whatever. She knows times I kind of want for myself, whatever, and she doing her. But the thing about us is, Britt is one of those type of people like myself, but she's a little bit more that she is the go-to person for her friends. She's on the phone a lot. She's talking to her girls about stuff, and I appreciate that because she has a life outside of our relationship. I never tell her to not have a life outside of a relationship. So those are times I'll kind of get to myself. But the times that we make of ourselves, that we make towards ourselves, are date nights. And we will make sure that, we'll have a couple of hours of the day to ourselves and whatnot, because it's just, you can get so engulfed in life that you kind of forget that person's there, and you don't want to forget that. Mm-hmm. And
you see that
these last few weeks, these last few weeks, Britt has been busy with her thing, with her struggles and whatnot. And I told her that one night, I said, I miss you. Like, she was gone for a whole day, and I was like, I was just sitting there watching college basketball, watching March Madness, and I was like, damn, I miss my wife, man. Like, this is the first time I miss my wife, So we spent that whole weekend together. We made sure that we canceled everything. I don't even remember. I jumped on the PlayStation for a few minutes because she was doing something on her own for a few minutes. But when she stopped, I stopped, and we dedicated that entire weekend to each other. And we still went to a friend of ours' house because her daughter's birthday was the very next that Sunday, But we dedicated that weekend to each other. We was together the whole time, so that's what we make sure we do. Now, when we come down to having kids and everything, I'm pretty sure the schedule's gonna be more tight. Time's gonna be a little bit, bit tighter than it is now. But at the end of the day, we always want to make sure we dedicate some time to ourselves. One thing that I will say, and shout out to Charity Church and Pastor Thomas, one thing that I definitely learned from my pastor is taking your wife out on date night, because he posts that almost every other week. He will post 100 pictures of that. That's one thing I know about my pastor. Him and his wife will go out and get some food, and some good food. So, yeah, ain't talking about no McDonald's, man. Ain't talking about some lobster and whatnot, but they got it like that, But yeah, so at the end of the day, even if it's, one day a week, it's ironic, Brian, like me and Britt, we do the opposite. And instead of talking about the week, I always ask her, okay, babe, what we doing this weekend? Because I know the weekends are kind of, up and down and whatnot for right now. So I'm like, what are you doing? And so I can plan on what I'm going to do. So, not to get my plans out, but like the beer, bourbon, and barbecues this weekend. Yeah. So it's my last chance to really indulge, because I'm, about to have the surgery and everything. But go ahead and do that. But Britt already got something going on that Saturday, so it's like, all right, well, I'm gonna go ahead and do me. She's gonna do her, and then we're gonna meet up afterwards, and we're gonna do us afterwards. So, checking off. You can have time apart, and you make sure you have time together.
Yeah.
But make sure that you have that time together.
Yeah. Yes, absolutely, man. Listen. I love this so much, man. I think, usually when we come for the man cave, we talk our shit. We air out grievances and
Mhm.
everything. But I think this conversation was necessary, to make sure that women know, especially the women in our lives, but women as a whole, like there's still hope. There's still the man for you. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't
Mhm.
lose. Like that's leading me to my I guess I can. Well, we're coming up against an hour. My last question, I'll do that. Is what advice would you give to others who are seeking to cultivate loving and healthy relationships with the women in their lives? Um, I would honestly say, from as a man, I need you to grow up. I need you to find your purpose. I need you to find your higher power. I need you to find what you are passionate about and come with a plan, because no woman wants to be stuck in a situation with somebody who does not have a plan. When we talk about submission all the time on this show, and how people have turned it in such a disgusting word. But what it means, we are submitting to each other and we're submitting to the mission. God has to give that man the mission. The man has to give his wife the mission. The wife has to give the children the mission.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's how it has to be. You know what I'm saying? So that's my number one advice for being a man. For a woman, I would say do not give up hope. Yes, there are a lot of men who out here who are confused, who are hurt, who don't want to feel used, don't want to feel just rejected and everything. But that comes with experiences, and that, like David was saying earlier, you know what I'm saying, that comes with maturity. So you have to not only just look for the person or the qualities that you want, but also be mindful of the qualities that you don't even know that you want. You know what I'm saying? You looking for a specific looking package, but the love of your life may not absolutely be in that package. They may look different. They may sound different. They may talk different. They may have the money different. It's, you know what I'm saying? You have to be able to not be so caught up in how, somebody looks, how much money they make, how, what can they do for me, whatever. And use your discernment, because here's my thing. and I'm not, and I promise you, I'm not knocking women. But the same women's intuition that y'all have about when a man is stepping out is, there's got to be the same discernment that y'all had before y'all start getting involved with these motherfuckers. You feel me? So
Yeah.
you gotta be mindful of, just be aware. That would be my advice for someone who was seeking to cultivate loving and healthy relationships. So anybody else want to go?
I mean, no, Charles, I completely agree with you. Just for the men, but like Dame says, it's a level of maturity. Grow up. Make a plan, stick to it. I learned the hard way. Before I met my wife, I dated a woman who needed a guy like that had a plan. And at that time, I wasn't on that level. I wasn't. I was in my mid-20s. She was in her mid-30s, 3 kids, so she was already established. I was still being B. I mean, and that B at that mid-20 age was kind of fun guy to be with. But again, you have to come with a level of maturity and just mature. Like, if you know what you're looking for, you see the kind of woman that you want to be with, bring yourself to that table. Don't just come to the table with a McDonald's cup. Feel like, all right, let's go. Like, not saying you have to have the whole buffet, but come with something that y'all both can eat off just a little. Even if she nibbles off your plate a little bit. It may not be a lot there, but let her eat as well as you. Just a level of maturity. And the same for the women. Like you said, that level of discernment. Sometimes women, they make such a big checklist that if they miss one off that checklist, the whole checklist is trash. If you got 18 items out of 20, 18 that's a pretty good percentage.
That's a damn good dude.
but you have these women that they had these check boxes, and one check. Well, I want a guy with a car. He may be driving a Mazda 626, but it's a car, not your 66.
Mazda 626 that I had, yo. God, I miss my babies.
But they play so much. There's some of these women are so wrapped up in labels and titles and what he has. I blame social media for a lot of that. Like old school dating was the best, where you didn't know what that person had till they came up to your house. Like, unless they told you, like, you didn't have to watch social media for a week before you went out with this guy. You actually had to old school it, like. But yeah, Brandy saying you have to have patience with each other. It's communication, patience, and just yeah. And at the end of the day, just be you. Don't try to be somebody else. Just be you. They're like you for you. Like they say, there's a lot of other people. There's only one you. Everybody else is taken. Be you.
Right.
Mike, what's a good piece of advice that you would give to someone?
iPad's about to die.
I would say, if you're not willing to do the work, then don't get married. Like, marriage is constant work. We're always changing. We're always growing and evolving, especially women. I've been married to my wife 10 years now. She is definitely not the woman that I married, but as one of the guys said earlier, those years you spend together makes you grow and love each other more. I may not even want the woman that I married previously, but the one I have now is perfect for me. She was perfect for me when I married her. So that's just us continuing to grow together. And that's what you have to do to be married. And if you don't want to do that, then you really shouldn't take that leap, because you're always going to be working.
Yeah.
So that's what I would say. If you're not going to do the work, then don't waste both of your time, money, and whatever else you have to put into it. Just save everybody the trip and be single.
Walk on the way.
Yeah.
Walk on the way. Darius?
Ooh, how to keep mine down to a minimum.
You're the newest. Well,
oh yeah, I'm the newlywed out of the bunch, you know.
Yeah.
But I'm still seasoned as a man, so I'm trying to give advice in general. First thing I'm gonna say is
and talk that shit.
First thing I'm gonna say is just understand that there's roles to be played in relationships. Okay, like you want to be a man, and you be a man. You know what I'm saying? Like you can't sit here and claim you a man, you a baby. You can't sit here and claim you a man, and you dependent on your woman completely. You ain't doing nothing about it. Like, you know, come on now, you gotta be real with yourself. And then second, you know, as for us men, like you said, don't come with a Happy Meal as a plan. Come with a real plan. All right, like this is 2023, and you know I'm a 45-year-old man, so I'm gonna talk to the 40-year-old men. Okay, we gotta have our shit together by now. All right, like I mean, no woman wants a man that's, you know, forgive me for saying this, a 40-year-old rapper. All right, like nah, you gotta, you know, she wants some real shit. You gotta come with some real shit. All right. My wife tell me all the time, ain't nothing sexy than a man that handles his business, boy. She ain't gotta worry about nothing, whatnot. You know, took care of everything. Her jaws and fell off. All right. So, you know, but as for the ladies also, you know, the checklist thing, understand the whole 80-20 rule. You know, a lot of guys today aren't making as much as women, as our sisters. And that's because a lot of our sisters are making, they come with master's degrees now, you know. And a lot of brothers, you know, we'd be happy if we have a bachelor's degree or associates, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, by I mean, yeah, in most cases, sisters today that are educated like that, they're going to make, or good chance they're going to be making more than a brother. But that doesn't mean that the man can't be the man of the house. That doesn't mean that he can't protect this woman and be the leader that he needs to be. You got a real man that's showing you he's trying to be a man, that he's working towards. It's not he's saying this or he's saying that. He's doing this and he's doing that. He's proving. He ain't even walking in silence. He ain't even telling me what he's doing. He's surprising me. He come home. He got that job he applied for and whatnot. He got the promotion he applied for. He ain't say nothing about it. Okay, but he knows that in the back of his mind, he's going to work. He's busting his ass for his woman. That's the type of man you want. That's the type of man you want to have in your life. The third thing is, that whole nice guy spin his last mess. That's where that whole simp mess is coming from, man. And I really feel like that needs to be X'd out. Ain't nothing wrong with loving your woman, okay? Ain't nothing wrong with renting out a restaurant for your woman. So nothing make you a simp. What makes you a simp is listen to these other fools calling some other people simps because they love their woman. All right, love your woman, show her the best. Yeah. Because one thing you want to do is you want to show her that no man will treat you as good as I will. And I'm gonna tell you, you shoot your woman that, and you show her that, bro, you would never have no problem having anything from your woman in life.
I'm trying to tell you, Michael B. Jordan himself can come at us. He'd be like, "Hey, nah, I'm good."
She know her man takes care of her business.
Absolutely. Reverend Dr. Mayor Damon, what you got for me, baby?
Say the best for last.
I'm just over here shaking hands and kissing babies. That's all I'm doing. I say to anybody, don't get caught into the facade that you see on TV, on your phones. I say it, and not to knock any woman, but the majority of women that I see, they want the wedding but don't want the marriage.
Mm-hmm.
And men want the power but don't want to be humble. So, because in marriage we have to learn, as men, we're very prideful. Sometimes we have to humble ourselves to our women, and that's not a weak thing. That's not that you're not being no whore, no clown, no nothing. It's just the mere fact that you understand that sometimes the woman understands the situation more than you do. But then it also goes to, I like what my man D said, that there are roles. I'm big on roles. I believe that there are roles in a marriage. My wife, she don't carry bags in the mall. Even when I'm not even shopping, she don't carry no bags. I tested it one day. I just wanted to test to see if she did, and she bought something, and I didn't grab it, and she stood there and looked at me like I was 14 karat stupid. Like, what you doing? You know what I mean? Because I've set that precedent. Listen, I don't believe that she should do any type of manual labor in my house. That's just me. Like, you know what I mean? I just believe that there are roles, and our role, we're big on submissiveness. So, everybody preaches the wife is supposed to submit to the husband. But we forget the other part of the scripture where it says the man is supposed to love his wife like Christ loved the church. So that part. So we gotta understand, like, sometimes, and that was a selfless love that he gave us. So, sometimes we have to be selfless. Sometimes we have to put our ideologies and our wants to the back burner for the betterment of our relationships. So, you know what I mean? Like, hey, at the end of the day, like, I think we just have to understand our role as men. Because she just said it. Because, baby, I'm not taking no trash. That's exactly the truth. She does not do no hard labor. Like, she doesn't. But I've set that precedent. She don't touch the trash. Right. She don't touch no. She don't touch the, like, One time I tested it to see if she wanted to pump the gas, and we both sit in the car for 5 minutes.
Right. Look at you like you getting out.
Like, what you know?
Get up.
Hey, you know, you going outside too, man.
But I mean, again, I think that there's just certain things that men are supposed to do. Again, I have some old school principles, and I believe that I just think that there should be understanding between the two. So once we do that, once we come across that, the facade, because this is, I like what Mike said. The marriage is work.
It is.
So you have to work at this. So it's and work. You're ever learning work. So it's always like, I work in the hospital field, so insurances change every day. So I have to constantly learn that. So I had to bring that same ideology to my marriage. Things are going to change. Situations are going to change. Even in 16 years, like, we've changed. So I have to learn. I have to learn the different ways that she needs to be appreciated and loved. Like, you know what I mean? So,
man, I want to thank y'all so much, man. Y'all have poured out so much wisdom tonight, and I honestly cannot wait to apply all of this knowledge and wisdom, to my marriage, and to know that I have such a great group of brothers that I can reach out to in various stages of marriage life, newlyweds, in there, 10 years, 14 years, 16 years, you know what I'm saying? Like, I feel blessed that I can, reach out and be like, hey, look, something different than happened. What I do, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm so grateful for that. And it was so funny because I woke up this morning and I got the Bible app on my phone, and it always gives me like the verse for the day.
Yeah.
And the verse for today was Proverbs 27:17. Iron sharpens iron.
Yep.
Bruh,
Yeah.
I was like,
iron sharpens iron.
I was like, bro, this shit tonight was destined. Like, it had to happen tonight. Like, I was like, Lord, please don't let none of these brothers back out. I'm trying to. I was like, somebody was gonna get hurt. I'm pulling up to their house. I'm doing the show from there. Like, I'm
listen, bro. I almost had to back out because my internet was acting crazy. I had to call Comcast and tell them, I need y'all to hurry up and troubleshoot something real quick.
I get it, yo, and I get it, man. I'm telling you, man. Like, yo, this is like so amazing. I'm gonna get these last little comments out, and then I'm gonna go to ladies. Brittany said the ladies' room is coming soon. We shall see.
Oh boy,
it ain't no better than the ManCave.
Let's see what they're gonna be talking about.
They ain't gonna be talking about nothing. They be all right. Anthony said the next ManCave it is his house, but of course you gotta ask the wife.
Babe, is it okay?
It is.
Go bring some beds, Anthony.
It is what it is. So now is the part of the show when we have our guests. What do we always do? We give them the spotlight. So, gentlemen, I'm going to go randomly and tell the world what you got going on, how they can follow you, whatever. And I'm going to go. Hey, Moo. Tell the world what you got going on, homie.
Man, I'm just shaking hands and kissing babies. That's all I'm doing. I really don't have nothing going on. I got a lot of ideas in my head about things I want to do, as far as like events and things, but nothing really major. I'm gonna bounce some ideas off of. Hopefully these connections with these brothers will continue, and I can bounce ideas and see what they want to do. So, I'm a lay low type brother. I like to lay low.
I got you. I'm gonna go to Darius because I'm gonna go into Darius because he was just on the show like 2 weeks ago. So yeah, man.
You ready? Make it quick. 2 weeks ago. And just
pick it quick. What you doing?
Paying bills and trying to plan vacations. So you know
Amen.
me.
All right. We're gonna
I'm always the DU advocate of buying the merch. Okay,
buy the
buy
merch,
the
baby.
merch. All right. You know me. I'm on Instagram and Facebook. Both DBev on both platforms, and you know, the stand laying low. Like I said, Murray, man, we ain't got time to be making YouTube videos and whatnot. We busy loving our wives.
Oh, hold on. That's a
Oh,
shot. No, I'm still
No,
gonna
no,
make
no, no.
YouTube
I ain't feeling the
videos,
shows
bro.
now. I'm just saying because you know my man's a content creator. He put that platform together, and I love him for it. But yeah, but as for majority of the guys here, keep it low, baby.
That's it. And I am going to go to Eeny, Meeny, Miny, Mean, Mo. Mike, tell the world what you got going on.
Same for me, bro. I stay out of the way. I'm pretty low key. Helping my wife build her real estate business. If you need a realtor, she's in the comments. Tila Brown. That's pretty much it,
I
man.
need to holler at you. I need to holler at you.
Hey, I got you. You can follow me on Instagram at gmichaelbmore right there on the screen. Other than that, man, I stay out of the way. I breed dogs. I got a litter hopefully coming in about 2 months. But other than that, I'm a homebody, man. I stay out of the way and I let my wife go out and be the star.
I can dig it. I can dig it. And last but certainly not least, Brother B, what it do? What you got going on? Tell the people what's up.
Not a whole lot. You know, I'm normally the type of guy that got a lot of irons in the fire, but I'm laying low. You know, again, I'm supporting my wife. We got the bridal show coming up Sunday, so I'm gonna be on the Shawnee Secret Design transport. So
there you go.
So definitely check her out.
You better make that title long as hell.
Listen, Sean, I'm transport, like, but as you know, as for me myself, you know, not much. You know, me and my wife, we're about to relaunch our Merit Life podcast, so that's gonna be coming back soon.
There we go.
So yeah, definitely be on the lookout for that. My In the Basement with B comic books. It's going hiatus for a while. Unfortunately, you know, we moved, so I don't technically have a basement. It's about to become Brian's Corner in a minute. So, but and as of right now, you know, I'm still doing my photography, everything. So, you know, any photography need, check me out on Josh Strong Photography on all social media. It's Justin, but instead of the F, it's the number 5. For my wife, I'm digging up on my wife because she got big things coming. Shawnee Secret Design. She's an LLC company. She does all crafts, all hobbies. If you need something on a t-shirt or glass, anything like that, Shawnee's definitely the person you want to see. Mike, you say your wife do real estate. If she needs something on a glass or something like that, send me the logo. Shawnee got it for you. But again, guys, it's just been a pleasure talking to you. Been a pleasure talking it up with the ManCave. Love you guys. Like Charles, again, as I said before, I'll say it again. Anything you need or want, I'm here for you.
I appreciate that. I really, 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 really appreciate that. All right, it's my turn. Yay! Okay. All right. So, all I know is that Brittany and I, as Dating University, we have 2 events coming up very, very soon. One is the Bet on Yourself Women's Empowerment, Self-Development, and Mental Health Retreat on April the 22nd, 2023, 9:30 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. at the Ethos Center at 594 North Frederick Avenue in Gaithersburg, Maryland. Yo, this event is going to be fire. I can't wait for it. It's going to be so cool. And we have another event where we're being invited to be a panelist on, and that is the LOVE Movement Battle of the Sexes Love Edition brunch. And that is May the 7th from 1 to 4 at Atelier, Baltimore. Y'all get y'all tickets for both of these events. You go follow us on our page. All of the information is there. Links are there. Go. And I think, you're getting married. Like 97 days, yo. Like, crazy.
You don't want to forget that.
The days gonna fly by, man. I'm telling you.
Bro,
It's gonna come quick, bro. It's gonna come
It's gonna
quick.
come quick. I had to count down on my phone, man. Every time I looked at it, I was like, "Is this skipping the day?" Like,
Yeah, right. Like, wait.
wait a minute, it was just
like,
52
hold on, like, I
yesterday.
think there's still something I'm missing. Like, hold on, like, let's gotta figure some.
It's
Like,
gonna
you
come
sure?
fast.
You good, right? We good, right? We good. Like, okay, all right.
It's gonna come quick.
But other than that, man, like, though,
Mhm.
I appreciate y'all so much for coming on, like, and loving on our women. Thank you to everybody who is listening to us on Spotify and Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts. Yo, I love y'all so much. Brittany loves y'all so much. Please continue to like, comment, share our page. We are moving, we are grooving, we are moving. We need y'all help. And everything that we do, mostly everything that we do, is free. But that merch ain't free, man.
Merch.
We gotta get the merch. Man. You want us to keep bringing y'all these hot ass shows and events and blah blah blah. Yo, bro, please buy a t-shirt, buy my mug. I got mugs. I got Hooper shorts. It's about to be, springtime. Like I got t-shirts. I don't care. Just get something. I love you. Follow me on everything. See, you got the mug right there too. Bang bang. Follow me at Professor Charles _DU. Follow Brittany at Professor Brittany _DU. Oh yeah. Oh, cookout. Ooh, cookout coming. Are we gonna do a cookout?
Oh,
We're gonna have to charge some food because the price of brisket is out of control right now. But all right, so yeah. Oh, and the kickback. Oh yeah, somebody gonna So yeah, y'all gonna kick out like $10. I ain't gonna hold you. But that's it for us, y'all. We gotta get up out of here because these men gotta go and tend to their wives. So we love y'all so much, and we'll see y'all next week, maybe. Peace.